morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rebel Racing Network and the National Outlaw Racing Association Cup Series. I am your commentator tonight, Austin Householder, and we are coming to you live from Bristol Motor Speedway, a half-mile oval located in the hills of Tennessee, where these drivers are going to compete for 175 laps. The weather is 73 degrees clear. The track temperature sitting at a nice cool 81. Should not be too slick for these drivers tonight. But we are entering the round of 8 for the Cup Series. A live look at our standings here. So far, we have Christian Delgado, Seth LaCroix, Tyler Street, Stephen Blevins, Christopher Foote, Tristan Haynes, Joseph Miller, and Terrell Wheeler still in contention for the playoffs here. But this is the Last Great Colosseum, and I am expecting to see some fights out there tonight and some beat-up race cars. That would be short track racing at its finest, and we've been talking to some of the drivers here, and we've been told that it's really, typically we see Bristol as a 2-lane racetrack. You can run high or low, that high line being the preferred one. But we're speaking with Seth LaCroix, who is the fastest in practice, and he said there is, it seems like there's really only one line here tonight to really be able to be fast. And the rules for tonight's event, these drivers are going to be given 4 sets of tires, 75% fuel, and 1 quick repair to get this one done. And Lord knows we are going to have to use those quick repairs tonight. We currently have, it looks like 17 drivers registered for this one. So it is going to be a full track out there, and do not expect any patience. We have seen the tempers flaring in the last couple weeks across both the Cup and ARCA series as the battle for the championship heats up. We are looking at our current qualifying standings. Tyler Street sitting on the pole, Seth LaCroix in second, Stephen Blevins in third. Christian Delgado set to start fourth, Christopher Foote in fifth. Currently looking at Delgado on track now, still trying to lay down a fast time. Or correction, he might already be done with his qualifying run. Delgado does love to stay out there and get as much practice as he can in after he has completed that qualifying run. And that is an impressive lap there, Tyler Street. A tenth of a second faster than the rest of the field, or just about there. 14.803. We see Christian Delgado struggling there, getting the outside wall in his after qualifying practice. Looks like most everyone has completed their qualifying run, so we are going to head down trackside for our opening ceremonies presented by URA Flyovers. At this time, please stand as you are able, remove your hats, place your hand over your heart, and veterans render a hand salute as the United States Marine Corps Band performs our national anthem.
So
right, and we are back, folks. Big thank you to Ura Flyovers for those opening ceremonies. Make sure you go check them out on Facebook. If you are a league owner, a broadcaster, or just a driver in a league that wants to bring something extra to your broadcast, go ahead, reach out to them. They can custom make any flyover with any NASCAR track still standing using Microsoft Flight Simulator. And one thing about Microsoft Flight Simulator that you may have noticed there, it had the Bristol dirt there. Unfortunately, we cannot get that updated with Ura Flyovers, but still a very cool intro to the race here tonight. And glad to have them on board as a sponsor. And make sure you guys stay tuned because our new sponsor that just came on board this season, Bird Wraps, are going to be debuting their commercial here tonight. It looks like we've only got about 3 minutes left of qualifying, but everyone has laid down a time. We are just waiting for the call for these drivers to make their way to the cars on the starting grid. It looks like, I stand corrected, we are seeing a blast from the past, the 57 of Joseph Truskowski back on track. Looks like he's going to make a qualifying run here. His first lap good enough to take 10th. We may have been misinformed. We thought that he had been suspended for the whole season. He just laid down in time good enough to take second. Donald Bussier entering the chat, cheering on Seth LaCroix here. Looks like Seth LaCroix will be rolling off third now. And we are going to step aside for a quick commercial break.
Welcome to Rebel Racing Network, the premier destination for professional iRacing esports broadcasting. We bring the virtual track to life with high-energy race commentary that captures every pass, every pit stop, every photo finish. Our team of expert broadcasters delivers real-time analysis, strategy breakdowns, and the excitement of wheel-to-wheel racing. And before the green flag drops, we set the stage with our signature pre-race flyovers, showcasing each circuit with stunning cinematic visuals that make you feel like you're there in real life. Whether you're chasing a championship or cheering on your favorite team, Rebel Racing Network covers every story, every series, and every unforgettable moment. From grassroots leagues to top-tier championships, we bring passion, precision, and performance to every broadcast. Subscribe now, watch live, feel the rush. This is Rebel Racing Network, where the action never lifts.
All right, and we are back, and we just received an update on the whole Truskowski situation. He was only parked for ARCA, opted out of Cup for most of the season, but he is making his return here tonight, and he is returning in fashion here with a qualifying time of 14.83. So we'll be excited to see what happens with him here tonight. He's missed most of the season. But we've got a wild card in here now, and he does not have anything to lose. He is not racing for a championship. But it looks like they have received the call to make their way down to the starting grid and enter their cars. We're going to go ahead and run through our official starting lineup here tonight. All right, starting on the pole will be Tyler Street driving the number 4 car. Joseph Truskowski will be rolling off second tonight, driving the number 57. Seth LaCroix will start in third, driving the 29. Stephen Blevins in fourth, driving the number 51. Christian Delgado will roll off fifth, driving the number 13. Christopher Foote will start sixth, driving the number 21. Samuel Reed will roll off seventh, driving the number 56. Byron Gay is going to start eighth, driving the number 20. Christian Light will roll off ninth in the 96. In 10th will be the 70 of Brian Day, and his brother will be just behind him in 11th, driving the number 1. That is Justin Day. Tristan Haynes will be rolling off 12th, driving the number 99. And in 13th will be Chris Jones, driving the number 6. Joseph Miller will roll off 14th, driving the number 16 car. Mike Hill will start 15th, driving the number 27. In 16th will be Steven Linger, driving the number 91. And Terrell Wheeler will round out our field in 17th, driving the number 43 tonight. They begin to make their way around the track. 2 parade laps for them, and then the gloves come off. All right, and Christina Edmonds cheering on. Seth LaCroix, Dakota Dennis also joining in on the YouTube chat here tonight as we get ready to get this one underway. Making their way down the backstretch. And you will notice there are 2 pit roads on this track, one on the front stretch, one on the back stretch. We are using, it will be treated as one pit road, so you will have to enter there at the exit of turn 2 and drive all the way around the track. But the pace car is off. Green flag is waving. We are off and racing, folks. Tyler Street gets the jump. Looks like Truskowski was caught sleeping there. Seth LaCroix going to take over that second place position. Tyler Street got a real jump at the beginning of that. They're single file back in the pack. We're going to stay glued right here to that number 57 car as he tries to fend off the 13 of Christian Delgado. Oh, the 57 gets loose there. He puts himself in the outside wall. Looks like everyone else going to be able to get by him clean there. Or outside wall contact for that 57. I do believe he has wheel damage. That's going to bunch them up behind him. Christian Light, Stephen Blevins, and Byron Gay now all bunched up behind that 57 car. This could spell trouble, folks. One of Justin Day also entering the melee there. Sunk track in the house here tonight. Stephanie Hill rooting for Mike Hill. We've got the fans in the chat tonight. Oh, and there goes the one of Justin Day getting out of shape there. He's in the outside wall. We will stay green. Already 7 laps in the books here tonight of the scheduled 175. Justin Day trying to get that car under control, and it looks like he will. Move back to the front of the pack. Tyler Street still in control of this one. Seth LaCroix in second. Christian Delgado has made his way up to third. Drivers up front getting spaced out. Still some battles going on back in the pack. You see Joseph Truskowski there stuck on the top side. He appears to be losing another position. That damage is having an effect on that 57 car. In the Raz stand, rooting for Joseph Miller in chat. He is currently running 10th here. Just clearing that 57 of Joseph Truskowski and looking to make his way towards the front. So far, 12 laps under green. Very good showing for a race here at Bristol tonight. Real question is, how are these drivers going to handle lap traffic once they get there? Tyler Street with about a half-second lead over Seth LaCroix right now. Checking back in with that 13 of Christian Delgado. He had a strong showing late in the season, stringing together 4 first-place finishes. He's looking to do it again to punch his ticket here to the round of 4 and the season finale of the playoffs. So far, a good showing, but he is losing time on Seth LaCroix. Moving to the back of the pack, Joseph Truskowski has dropped all the way back to 15th. Justin Day, after his contact with the outside wall, dropping back as well, but they are putting the pressure on Terrell Wheeler, who's currently being pressured by Mike Hill as well. Hill trying to work that outside line. One thing I am noticing here tonight with this car setup and the current weather here, this Bristol track appears to be driving a lot like the old school early 2000s Bristol, where the preferred line is that bottom line and where everyone wants to be. So we've got the next gen cup car, but it looks like, you know, an early 2000s race, a Gen 4 car race out here. See Joseph Truskowski working his way by Mike Hill now. Even with all that damage, Mike Hill caught up on that top line, so it does appear that top line really slowing these drivers down here tonight. Trying to hold on. We're going to go back, look at the front of the pack here. Byron Gay moving up to 7th, getting by Christopher Foote. A lot of space in between these drivers up front right now. Checking in with our race leader, Tyler Street. He is closing in fast with that lap traffic of Chris Jones. This is going to be the test for Tyler Street. How well can he navigate this lap traffic? He's put on another 0.3 of a second over Seth LaCroix since we last checked in with him. But this is going to be a challenge. Joseph Truskowski dropping all the way back to the back as well. Truskowski will still be a challenge to pass here. He does not like to give up any positions, and he is going to defend, staying on that lead lap as hard as he can. Tyler Street getting to the inside of Chris Jones. Jones just going to let him move up the track. not expect that out of that 57 car, though. He wants to stay on that lead lap, stay competitive here. And he is known for his aggressive driving style. And just in front of them, Mike Hill there in that 27 car appears to have gotten just a little bit loose. That's going to force Truskowski up to that high side. Truskowski now racing Hill for position, and they are holding Tyler Street up. That has allowed Seth LaCroix to get back up to Tyler Street. So Truskowski going to go around Mike Hill. And the door opens up for Tyler Street. He gets to the inside of Truskowski. Tyler Street navigating that first set of lap cars very well. Seth LaCroix now getting through that pack as well. He does make up about 0.2 of a second on Tyler Street through there when it's all said and done. Looks like we've got an update. Chris Jones in trouble. Looks like a single car incident. He was able to make it down to the pits, but we're going to go take a look, see what happened here with Chris Jones. Looks like he just gets loose there and goes around, and he will tow back to the pits. Very unfortunate for that 6 car here tonight. Now looking at our last car on the lead lap, Steven Linger there. Tyler Street breathing down the back of his neck as Linger trying to work his way around that 70 of Brian Day. Before Linger can get there, though, Tyler Street going to get by him. Another Seth LaCroix fan entering the chat there. Glad to have you all here, and we are going to step aside for a quick commercial break. All right, we are back, folks. Big thank you to Bird Wraps for coming on board as a sponsor. Make sure you guys go ahead, check them out, reach out to them if you are looking for a new paint scheme. They do an excellent job. I do got to say, I am a little bit partial to that Rebel Racing Network car they had in the advertisement there. Still following Tyler Street around here as he continues to navigate lap traffic. He's got his sights set on Terrell Wheeler now. Update, Christian Light coming down pit road, though. Not sure if that was a planned pit stop or if he needs to do something different to try and get back into this one. But he is going to fall multiple laps down here. Some developments here in the middle of the track. Stephen Blevins, Tristan Haynes bunched up. Looks like Christopher Foote and Joseph Miller back there as well, trying to work their way around lap traffic. Stephen Lemon's putting the pressure on Tristan Haynes. This is the battle for 5th. Checking back in with Tyler Street. Now a 2.5 lead over Seth LaCroix. Street is running away with it. LaCroix's tires appear to have fallen off as he's tried to work his way around lap traffic. He is struggling with that 43 of Terrell Wheeler. LaCroix now able to get to the inside, and it looks like we have had another issue back in the pack, this time involving Mike Hill. Going to take a look at that here. Joseph Truskowski getting into Mike Hill there. Take one more look at it there. Truskowski there on the low side, and that car just did not stick. He gets up into Mike Hill. Hill trying to save it, but he is going to make contact with that inside wall. Go back checking in with Tristan Haynes and Joseph Miller there. They've gotten it worked out for now, but they are going to continue riding right around each other. Tristan Haynes not really able to pull away. Keep your eye on this one, folks. Those guys are teammates as well. Tristan Haynes moving up the track. Joseph Miller to the inside of him. Joseph Miller going to complete that pass. Now 60 laps in the books. Tyler Street leading all 60 of them. This could get interesting, folks. 75% fuel. We are approaching that pit window here. Not quite enough to make it the full way on fuel, but we are almost to halfway. These laps are ticking off very fast, and we have stayed green the entire time. Not a feat you see very much on iRacing at Bristol. Checking back in with Mike Hill and Joseph Truskowski. Those two had just had an issue here. Here they are right next to each other yet again. Tyler Street getting ready to come up on more lap traffic, but he has a nice 2.5-second cushion in between him and Seth LaCroix. But the battle for third has heated up. Sam Reed has caught Christian Delgado, and they will battle it out for third. Reed there on the inside, Delgado on the outside. Delgado doing a good job of holding Samuel Reed off for the time being, but he has that 43 of Terrell Wheeler to worry about in front of him. This is about the time in the run we're going to start to see some shakeups here. Maybe some of these slower cars at the beginning of the race starting to find some speed. The fall off on lap times is almost a second and a half. These tires are getting worn. They are hot. They are slick and greasy. It is going to be that much harder to keep this car under control here. Now Delgado looking underneath Terrell Wheeler. Looks like he's going to get by. Samuel Reed's got a nose there, but I don't know if he's going to be able to complete that pass on Terrell Wheeler this time by. That's going to allow Delgado to open up a gap here. Now Samuel Reed going to clear him. Looking back to the front, Tyler Street continuing his dominance here, adding another second to his lead over Seth LaCroix since we last saw him. He navigates his way around that 6 of Chris Jones flawlessly and just continuing to open up that gap. Seth LaCroix, though, got to be thinking about short pitting here, going early, getting some fresh tires, trying to make up some ground on Tyler Street. Delgado opening up that lead over Samuel Reed. Now sitting at half a second, but Samuel Reed has gotten his way around Terrell Wheeler. See if he can close that gap back up. And back there in 5th, we have Stephen Blevins caught in the middle of lap traffic. He's going to go underneath of Mike Hill. Before green flag pit stops get started, we are going to have one more quick commercial break.
Do you love Orlando's theme parks, but the long lines have you losing the magic? Introducing Ride Waits, the Apple Watch app designed to help you skip the stress and ride more, with real-time wait times and park info right on your wrist. Whether you're exploring Walt Disney World, adventuring through Universal Orlando, or taking it all in at SeaWorld, Ride Waits helps you navigate smarter and get the most out of your visit. No more wandering, no more guessing, just more riding. And it's not just wait times. Ride Waits also offers tips on the best times to ride, general park info, and helpful alerts so you never miss out on your favorite attraction. Whether you're planning ahead or making game day decisions in the park, Ride Waits keeps everything you need at a quick glance away. Ride Waits, your wrist-side guide to the best parks in Orlando. Available now on the Apple Watch store.
Not affiliated with or endorsed by any theme park brand.
All right, we are back. Big thank you to Ride Waits for sponsoring the channel. You will get to see the Ride Waits car on track on Wednesday nights with the return of the Third Coast Racing Xfinity Series. Once again, they will be coming back here next week for their first race of Season 2. Make sure you tune into that, but they still do have recruitment races left to go. 2 more this week, tomorrow night and Wednesday night. The link to their Discord is in our YouTube channel description. If you are interested in racing Xfinity cars with them, go ahead, check that out. And Samson LaCroix entering the chat, rooting for his brother Seth tonight. And speaking of Seth LaCroix, we're going to check in with him. And he is not having the night that he had hoped for. He is currently in second and losing ground to Tyler Street quickly. And Sunk Track said the Rideways car, Bird Wraps painted that one. We will get to see it on track here in just a little over a week's time. I'm sorry, it will be 2 weeks' time for their Season 2 debut live from Daytona International Speedway for 60 laps. Checking in with Tyler Street, continuing to open up that gap. He's found some clean air, getting away from some of this lap traffic. You see him going by Joseph Truskowski yet again. Truskowski up there on that high side. And he is putting on a clinic here tonight. Only 5 cars left on the lead lap. I tell you what, guys, if this stays green, he may stand a chance at lapping the entire field. Checking in with our 5th place car, Steven Blevins. Only about half a corner separating him from Tyler Street, and Blevins caught there in lap traffic. And Joseph Miller pulls his car down pit road. Getting some work done to that, and it appears he has had some trouble getting into his pit box. Costly mistake for that 16 car. Trying on the front bumper of Tyler Street. By Tristan Haynes yet again. And pit stops have started. Seth LaCroix pulling that 29 Chevrolet down pit road, get some work done. Delgado going to move to second. Samuel Reed to third. Stephen Blevins to fourth. Christopher Foote to fifth. So he is the first car on the lead lap to come down pit road. Looks like Christopher Foote going to join him as well. Now we wait for pit stops to cycle through here. The real question is going to be, when is Tyler Street going to go? And it looks like it'll be this time by. Does not want Seth to get those laps on fresh tires and close that gap up. Samuel Reed on pit road as well. Christian Delgado is going to stay out, and he will take over the lead for the time being. To see if they can get through these pit stops cleanly. Delgado still staying out. You see Samuel Reed going around him. Now Delgado's going to bring that third. Yes, he is going to bring that car down pit road. Looks like maybe not the pit entry he wanted. He got down on that apron, could not make that car stick. Almost calamity there as he slid back up on track in front of faster cars. Levin's staying out now. Tyler Street goes by him trying to get a lap back, and it appears that Tristan Haynes has been shown the black flag. Unsafe pit entry or too fast on pit road. We are not quite sure, but a costly mistake for that 99 car. Steve Levin's now pulling it down pit road. I do believe Byron Gay is the only driver yet to pit here now. Checking back in with Seth LaCroix, and he did not make any time up on pit road. Still 14-6. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. It does appear he has made up some time, about 4 seconds between him and Tyler Street. LaCroix appeared to do better on fresher tires, but this weather has changed as that sun went down. That track has cooled just a little bit more, so we're going to see with that change in track temperature if Seth LaCroix can find a little bit more speed, try and catch up to that 4 of Tyler Street. Byron Gay still staying out here. We're going to have to pull up our pit analytics and just confirm, yes, he has not pitted yet. He is the only car on the lead lap who is yet. Seth LaCroix going to work his way around. Byron Gay, though, he's got his sights set on that 99 of Tristan Haynes. Now 6 seconds back to from Tyler Street to Seth LaCroix. FLK in the chat. I missed that. How long until Christian Light junks his own car? Christian Light out of the race. So it looks like it happened and we missed it here at the Rebel Racing Network. I do apologize, FLK. After our set of pit stops, looks like it's only going to be one here tonight unless we were to get a late race caution. Tyler Street comes out on top. He's continuing to open up his gap over Seth LaCroix, but it appears that Tristan Haynes is running into some issues. Go check in with him here. Looks like Tristan Haynes had to check up for, I believe that was a 70 of Brian Day. Got himself out of shape and got that nose tucked up right underneath his back bumper as they were coming off the corner. It looks like he lost some downforce and just goes around hitting that inside wall. And caution is out. Christian Delgado caught up in this. I do believe that was Samuel Reed as well. That'll bring out our first caution of the night here on lap 119. And that will change things up here. We go back, take a look, see what happened to Samuel Reed and Christian Delgado. Mike Hill also getting a piece of that. And it looks like Sam Reed was going to try and defend the bottom, but Delgado was already there. He just ends up going around. Looks like everyone going to come down pit road and get some fresh tires put on here, with the exception of Stephen Blevins. Samuel Reed also staying out, although he was caught up in that. He might have pitted early, and Christopher Foote still on track. So we are going to step aside for a quick commercial break, guys.
At FedUps, we don't care how it gets there, just that it eventually does. We use cutting-edge technology like guesswork, blind rage, and the occasional coin flip. Need help? Our customer service is standing by to put you on hold. Our drivers are trained professionals in rage quitting, road rage, and minor parkour. Have an issue? Hey, we delivered it, didn't we? At FedUp, we're not happy until you're not happy. Special instructions? I ignored it specifically. Signature required? We'll scribble something. Fragile? Let's test that theory. Customer service? Try screaming into the void. FedUp, we hate your package almost as much as you do.
FedUps is not responsible for damaged, late, lost, or completely incinerated packages. Batteries not...
All right, and we are back, folks. So after this pit stops, Tyler Street still our race leader. Seth LaCroix in second. Byron Gay will move to third. Christian Delgado comes off of pit road in fourth after using his quick repair. Stephen Blevins in fifth. Samuel Reed in sixth. And Christopher Foote in seventh, rounding out your lead lap cars. And this is where it's going to get interesting, folks. Down to 50 laps left to go. There's only 25 miles left in this race. And they are all bunched up and ready to go at it again. Seth LaCroix will get to start from the outside here. We're going to see if he has anything for that fourth Tyler Street. Street does have the advantage built in, being able to control the restart, and he's going to take full advantage of that, getting the jump on LaCroix. LaCroix is going to feel the pressure from Delgado on the outside. Delgado getting in the outside wall. Tyler Street opening up that gap now, 0.3 of a second. It looks like as that sun has gone down and this track has cooled down, it has played to Tyler Street's advantage. We're going to see if maybe Seth LaCroix hanging back a little bit, trying to save just a little bit of tire here. Down to 45 laps left to go in this one. So Byron Gay not able to hold on to that third spot. Christian Delgado getting by him and opening up that gap out to a second already. Go back to our three leaders. Street still opening up that gap, but LaCroix putting some distance between him and Delgado now. I do believe there is enough time for them to get back around to the lap traffic if this one stays green. So 15 cars still on track in this one. Joseph Truskowski and Christian Light out of the race. And only a straightaway separating Tyler Street from Chris Jones. Chris Jones running almost 16-second lap times versus Tyler Street's 15.5 seconds. So a lot of time for Street to be able to catch up to that Chris Jones car. And maybe run into some trouble with him. All right, Samson, I see you're saying that my audio is gone. We're trying to work out those technical difficulties now. Let me know if you got me. All right, it appears that we have gotten our audio back. We do apologize for the technical difficulties. Caution, caution is out. Looks like Byron Gay caught up in this. Back, take a look, see what happened here. Byron Gay there in that black and gray 20, and it looks like he just gets loose and sends himself around. Unfortunate for that 20 car. He was running fourth. They wait for the pace car to come around the track. It looked like that pace car wanted to junk Tyler Street there, as well as Christian Delgado. So Christopher Foote, Samuel Reed, Byron Gay going to come down pit road here, get their cars worked on some fresh tires. That could lead to a shakeup in the front here. We're going to have about 28 to 25 laps left to go when we take the green flag here. Now LaCroix and Delgado coming down pit road. Tyler Street staying out there all by his lonesome. What an exit by LaCroix and Delgado. LaCroix getting in the back bumper of Christian Delgado. Delgado getting out in front of LaCroix, though. Take one more look at that. Right, and the lights on the pace car are out. We are getting ready to go back green flag racing. Tyler Street restarting in first, Stephen Blevins in second, Byron Gay in third, Seth LaCroix in fourth, Samuel Reed in fifth, Christopher Foote in sixth, and Christian Delgado back in seventh. Not sure what happened with Delgado dropping back to seventh. Green flag is out. Byron Gay does not go. Tyler Street gets the jump. Stephen Blevins hot on Tyler Street's tail, but Seth LaCroix filling up Blevins' rear view mirror. Caution is out. Delgado and Chris Jones caught up in this. Gonna go see what happened here with Christian Delgado. Looks like Chris Jones just coming down the track in front of him. Jones will get loose in front of Christian Delgado. Delgado hits him hard. Now Tyler Street going to come down pit road, get some fresh tires. Byron Gay comes down as well. Christian Delgado trying to get some damage repaired and get back into this one. So Stephen Blevins is going to take over the lead. Seth LaCroix in second. Samuel Reed in third. Christopher Foote in fourth. Tyler Street will round out your top five here. And we will step away for one last quick commercial break before the exciting conclusion of this one.
From the track to the tech, Creative Castle keeps your code running as clean as your laps. We test real-world devices and digital platforms so your next release won't crash in turn one. At Creative Castle, we elevate your software with expert quality assurance and cross-platform testing. Whether it's native apps or networked hardware, we deliver precision-tested performance at scale. Behind every smooth app and smart device is a quiet castle. Creative Castle. We're the quality wizards and test knights who battle bugs and break bad code before it breaks your product. Creative Castle. Quality at full throttle. Your quest for quality ends here.
All right, and we are back, folks. Lights on the pace car have just went out. They are going to double it back up, and we are going to try this one more time. Now down to 25 to go. Stephen Blevins with the advantage being first when they drop the green flag. He controls the restart. But Seth LaCroix, we've seen him extremely fast here tonight. He's got an opportunity to capitalize on this with Tyler Street being back there in fifth. LaCroix can get the jump here and try and open up that gap. Blevins, though, moves up the track in front of LaCroix, trying to prevent him from getting a run, and it looks like it has worked for now. LaCroix, maybe some contact with that outside wall. And the caution is going to come back out here. Joseph Miller caught up in it this time. Miller just getting loose. He gets into Steven Linger. Terrell Wheeler will get into Joseph Miller. So we're going to have to reset it and try it again. Look here at the 7 of Christian Delgado, once again pulling down pit lane. Still trying to get that car worked on and get back into this one. This will have championship repercussions here. We'll take another look at the bracket here. Once again, Delgado is the 1 seed. LaCroix and Tyler Street looking very good to be able to punch their ticket to the round of 4 right now. Stephen Blevins as well, where he stands. But that last spot there looks like it is going to be up for grabs, and it could be between Christopher Foote and Christian Delgado. Foote currently running 5th. Christian Delgado back there in 8th, but dealing with some front end damage, possibly some wheel damage to that 13 car. to step aside, get one more quick commercial break in. We got to pay the bills.
It's race day on iRacing. The grid is set. Engines are rumbling. The chat is buzzing. The anticipation is building. But before the green flag waves, you need a moment that gets hearts racing. Hoorah Flyovers delivers cinematic, custom airplane flyovers for your iRacing or esports event, bringing real-world energy to your virtual track. Add a patriotic punch to your pre-race show, whether you're hosting a league championship, a memorial race, or just want to hype the crowd. Hoorah brings the thunder. Fully customizable, easy to book, stream ready, guaranteed to get your drivers and fans fired up. Because when the jets fly, everyone pays attention. Stand tall, fly loud, race proud. Hoorah! Visit Hoorah Flyovers on Discord or Facebook and bring the flyover experience to iRacing like never before.
All right, we are back. Lights on the pace car are out. They are doubled up. Pace car is off. Green flag is out. Stephen Blevins getting the jump, moving right up in front of Seth LaCroix. He does not want Seth LaCroix to get a run on him and get alongside him. LaCroix dealing with that 56 of Samuel Reed now. This is going to give Blevins a chance. Oh, LaCroix and Samuel Reed come together. Caution is out. Look at that one more time. We will ride along with Samuel Reed here. Looks like Reed may have just moved up into Seth LaCroix there to bring out that caution. Take a look at it from LaCroix's point of view. Pit stops will happen again here. LaCroix gonna have to bring that car down pit road, use a fast repair. He still has one, but Stephen Blevins now gonna have to deal with Tyler Street to his outside now, and Street very dominant here tonight. Looks like we're gonna have about 14 laps left to go when the green flag drops. So with that one, Stephen Blevins still is in first. Tyler Street in second. Christopher Foote moves to third. Delgado to fourth. Byron Gay moves to fifth. Brian Day to sixth. And Seth LaCroix rounds out your field in seventh. So we were just talking about how it looked like that fourth playoff position would be up for grabs between Christopher Foote and Christian Delgado, but as they stack up right now, Seth LaCroix now appears to be on the outside looking in back there in seventh. Stephen Blevins and Tyler Street in playoff contention, still on the lead lap. Christopher Foote and Christian Delgado. Well, just trying to stay updated here. I do believe Byron Gay might still be involved in this as well. But we are going to get it all sorted out, and I don't think they're done wrecking yet. The pace car is off. Green flag is out. Stephen Blevins going to take off. He moves up in front of Tyler Street now. Street getting a mirror full of Christian Delgado. Top 3 get it sorted out. Looks like the top 4. Get back further in the pack. Seth LaCroix moving up to 6th. Ryan Day all over that outside wall. LaCroix going up to the back bumper of Byron Gay. This is for 5th, folks. Gay makes contact with that outside wall. LaCroix going to go by him on the inside. Stephen Blevins, though, looked away from the front for just a second, and Stephen Blevins is dropping. Tyler Street able to get by Blevins for the lead. Delgado going to follow suit, take 2nd away from Stephen Blevins. And now Blevins has a mirror full of Christopher Foote. 11 laps left to go. It looks like we've got it sorted out here. Most everyone going single file. Delgado sliding through the infield. We're still green. Got to see what happened here to Christian Delgado real quick. He just gets loose. Costly mistake for that 13 car. So LaCroix now moves to 4th. Christopher Foote in 3rd. Stephen Blevins in 2nd. Tyler Street in 1st. LaCroix putting the pressure on Foote now. So even more shakeups here late in the race that have playoff repercussions. Down to 5 laps left to go. Tyler Street with a 2.5 lead appears to have this one locked up. He just does not want to see another caution. Top 4 are all playoff drivers. Now down to 3 to go. Checking back in with his battle for 3rd for the time being, but they are all over Stephen Blevins as well. It could turn into a battle for 2nd. Just 2 laps left to go. Tyler Street going to take the white flag, and he's got it locked up. He's just got to make it through these next 2 corners cleanly. Next flag ends the race. Tyler Street, and he will do it. Tyler Street going to take the checkered flag here tonight. Stephen Blevins in 2nd. Christopher Foote in 3rd, holding off Seth LaCroix, who will finish 4th. And Byron Gay going to come home 5th here tonight. Looks like 2 brothers right there with some brotherly love. Ryan and Justin Day making some contact there at the end of the race. Tyler Street going to burn it down here. He is going to the top 4 for the final 4. right, and as Tyler Street continues his celebration, we're going to go ahead and start our post-race interviews, and it looks like Tyler Street has just blown his engine, but we are going to kick it off with our third-place finisher, driver of the number 21, Christopher Foote. Chris, it's Austin up at the booth. You got me?
Yep.
All right, man. Congratulations on the third-place finish here at Bristol. And if I'm not mistaken, that is going to punch your ticket to the Final Four. How does it feel?
Feels pretty good.
All right, that is good to hear. Crazy seemed like last 40 laps. Take us through everything that happened there. It looked like you were going to be able to race your way in with Christian Delgado wrecking out. Then LaCroix wrecks out, and you had to be thinking, I'm definitely getting in it. And then, LaCroix charging from the back there. Christian Delgado still in front of you, and then Delgado goes through for a spin through the infield. Take us through your thoughts on the last 40 laps.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I didn't have very much long run speed, and then I'm like, oh, okay, it's gonna bunch us back up with fresh tires, and I'm like, there's still a lot of fast people, and then I'm like, okay, and then when that last caution came out, I'm like, okay, I have a little bit of breathing room, and then Seth came back up out of nowhere, and we had a pretty good race to finish it out.
That was an exciting finish. We were watching Tyler Street take the checkered flag, and we got back just in time to watch you cross the line just a half a car length in front of LaCroix. How does it feel to be able to beat LaCroix and hold him off like that?
It's a big confidence boost. I mean, he's really fast, just like Street is, and I'll take all the confidence I can get going to the last race of the season.
All right. Well, good luck next week. We're going to let you get on out of here. Before we do, though, anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, I just want to thank you for broadcasting and Terrell for putting this league on, and I want to thank the old lady for watching the kids while I do this.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, man. We're going to let you get on out of here. Good luck next week, buddy.
All right, thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you. You too. All right. Once again, that was Christopher Foote coming in third tonight. We're going to move on to our second place finisher, Stephen Blevins, driver of the number 51. Stephen, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, man. What's going on?
Just on the edge of my seat after that exciting finish, man. What a race. It looked like, if I'm not mistaken, you stayed out when everyone took tires and found yourself in that first place position, and we're doing a pretty good job holding LaCroix and Tyler Street off. Take me through that last 40 laps, though.
Oh, man, it was rough. I meant to pit. Wasn't sure what everybody else was going to do either, so I didn't want to lose the track position. Ended up there, man. Even the last couple laps went a little too conservative. Didn't want to risk a late block and take myself out when I only needed a top four here. So, should have pushed it a little harder, but hey, we all ended it clean. So.
All right. Well, I don't know if we can say we all ended it clean. Delgado was up there, and he took a spin through the infield. Got to be some frustration in that camp. But you have punched your ticket to the Final Four. What are you looking forward to next week?
Man, hopefully a win. Just go ahead and win and cement it in. I don't know what to expect for next week. Looking forward to it. See what we can do against these guys. It's been fun racing with them.
All right. Well, we're going to be keeping an eye on you next week. Of course, would like to thank you for putting on a show tonight. Anyone you want to thank before we let you get on out of here, though?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Terrell, man, and you guys for putting the league on and broadcasting. The family for letting me sit down here and do this, and Fish Speed, man, some notes on helping these run faster with these fixed setups. And then the team, man, Average Joe's guys. But other than that, man, I appreciate it. I'll catch you next week.
All right, we'll catch you next week. Good luck, man.
Yeah, man, thanks.
Thank you. All right, once again, that was Stephen Blevins here. We're going to move on to tonight's race winner, though. Tyler Street, driver of the number 4. Tyler, Austin up at the booth. You got me?
I got you.
All right, man. Congratulations on a dominant win. 154 laps led tonight. You did it in dominant fashion. Take us through what I want to talk about, though, is your pit strategy there. Take us through what it was like when you saw everyone pit behind you, take tires, and you stayed out.
Yeah, I had when we had the caution there, I had to wait for the pace car to come back around, and I just was like, oh, I'll wait, you know. Well, then I happened to look up and saw that the pit road was open, and I saw Seth and those guys drop in, and I was like, oh god, this is it. Like, this is it for me, just because of I figured it was gonna go green because of how long we went green there, and yeah, I was a little nervous there, a little bit, because I really didn't think I was gonna get another opportunity to pit, but I'm glad we had another couple cautions there, and I was just like, yeah, we better just decide to do it ASAP then. So, yeah, really glad to hold on and head into next week.
Yes, and we know it had to be nerve wracking. What was more nerve wracking? The fact that everyone pitted behind you and you stayed out, or the very next caution when you pitted and come out and I believe it was 6th or 7th.
Yeah, that was a little bit nerve wracking, just because I really didn't think I'd be that high up there. But it was after I started really looking at how far I really lapped up to, that really kind of helped me. I think when I last looked before I pitted, I think I lapped up to 5th place or something like that. So really really true dominance basically before having to pit there.
All right, and those last couple cautions after everyone had pitted, do you think those worked to your advantage or disadvantage with those coming out? It seemed like you get by a couple people and then we'd have to bunch it back up again.
I felt like it was both. I felt like it would help a little bit, so that way I could, get back in a groove, and then all of a sudden we'd lose that groove again to go back into the caution. So I will definitely say it was half and half. I really wanted it to just continue going green, because the longer that I kept going green, the more consistent I could just keep doing my laps. It's odd with iRacing though, every so often, that when we pit here, they're not the same tires every time we pit. So that was very interesting to feel.
All right, so very interesting there. Congratulations again, though. We're going to let you get on out of here and start the celebration. Before we do, anyone you want to shout out?
Yeah, I gotta thank Trail for putting this league on. I'm having a blast every week that we do this. I know we go into next week's championship, so we got to keep focused for that. And I'll do some more testing like I did all week with Bristol this week. So really got to do a lot of testing going into next week, and hope everything goes good. And then also got to thank you for doing the broadcast. This is awesome doing it. I love going back just to watch and hear what you say in the broadcast, and just rewatching everything online. So it's really cool to do that. And just this LGR team, we're quick right now. We're doing better. Some misfortune between Sam and Byron there a little bit, and Trail had some instance there at the end. So really hoping that going into next week we can prove that we got this, and can keep it all together.
Yep. All right. Well, we're going to let you get on out of here. Have a good night, buddy, and good luck next week.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right. Once again, that was Tyler Street, driver in the number 4 car and your race winner tonight. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our official results here. Once again, Tyler Street took home the win. Stephen Blevins finishes 2nd. Christopher Foote in 3rd. Seth LaCroix will come home 4th. Byron Gay finishes 5th. Brian Day finishes 6th. That's a tongue twister right there with those two right next to each other. But Christian Delgado will finish 7th after sliding through the infield, just missing the playoffs. Justin Day in 8th. Mike Hill will finish 9th. Joseph Miller in 10th. Stephen Linger will finish 11th. Chris Jones comes home in 12th. Samuel Reed finishes 13th. Terrell Wheeler in 14th. Tristan Haynes finished 15th. Joseph Truskowski in 16th. And Christian Light finishes 17th tonight. Once again, guys, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow night, 9 p.m. for the NORA ARCA Series season finale live from Michigan. And then next Sunday night at 7:30, we will be bringing you the NORA Cup Series season finale live from Kansas Speedway. And then they will go on their off-season break. But don't worry, guys. We are bringing you more racing on February 18th. The Third Coast Xfinity Racing Series returns for 60 laps at Daytona for the beginning of their Season 2. If you are interested in running that Xfinity Series, go ahead and reach out to them on Discord. The Discord link is posted in our YouTube page. They still have 2 more recruitment races tomorrow, or I'm sorry, Tuesday night and Wednesday night at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We are excited to have them back, and they are bringing even more drivers to the show this season. But I would like to thank everyone for tuning in and supporting the stream, supporting our leagues. Make sure you hit that like, follow, subscribe button wherever you are watching. We will see you back here tomorrow night.